Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to have you back. It's so good to see you. And I just wondered if you would be able to share with people what brought you into coaching. Why did you come to coaching in the very first place?
Yes, absolutely. Well, it was a summer, and I felt really, really low. I was at a point in my life where I think I summed it up with saying I sort of don't have hope for sort of any aspect of my life, which was very alien to me, looking at things that happened in my past life. And I just realized I needed help to find that and to,
Yeah. And how did you feel that coaching changed you?
In that aspect, it was, I mean, the changes were massive. We looked at, I think one of the really important things were to first just find a language for what has happened to me previously. I had a really awful experience, quite sort of deep psychological experience 2 years prior to that, and I didn't have a language, had to talk about it, and I couldn't even sort of grasp the gravitas of that. And we did lots of work of finding the language around this, and then to also sort of identify what is it that I'm lacking, or what are actually my questions. And that was really important as a first step, and we took quite extensive time to do that, which was really important for me. And that we sort of started building all of these blocks. And yeah, I think that was, if you say what has changed, a massive changing understanding in the understanding of myself, of the world, of some spiritual aspects. Yeah.
And how did that manifest in your life, both in your personal life and in your career? What did you see differently?
I think as personally, I think the sort of learning to trust myself again, and sort of knowing, or even just starting to know what it is to be me, and all of that opened up. I have a partner now, and I'm about to get married, and that was not something that I would have wanted, or I was very sort of skeptical about it before, and for various reasons. But I did not think that that's necessarily what I want. But I think just sort of building the trust in myself and finding new understandings of myself allowed that to happen. Or I imagine.
There's an open, and there was an openness in that.
Yeah.
That's not why you came to coaching at all.
No, exactly. It was not at all. It wasn't why I came to coaching.
Then in terms of your creative work, which was part of the reason why you came to coaching, what changes did you see throughout that year in your life, in your work?
I think on a very practical level, I had started a company with a friend of mine, and it was very much in is this the right way? Is this actually what I want to do? And just loads of opportunities came up with that company, and that was really encouraging. And I was like, okay, great, let's say yes to those things. And I think the trust to say yes, or yes, I can do these, it will have direct sort of roots in the work we've done together. And as a performer, there were just several projects that were happening that were fun.
So more work happened. I know you recommended me at the time to some of your colleagues and friends. Why would you recommend coaching?
I think coaching in general just makes sense. To to look at aspects of oneself where maybe one thinks, it's a bit stuck, or like not in a flow, or there are insecurities about that. I just think it makes sense to check in from time to time, and especially if one is stuck with something, it can just massively help to change perspectives, to like find encouragement and find strength in oneself in the end, to pursue stuff. Yeah.
And why coaching with me then?
Because I really enjoyed it. I think for me it was crucial, the fact that you were had very much an interest in creative work as well as spiritual. I remember, I didn't say that, but at the beginning I was like, that is one of the main, that was so important for me, because that combination was exactly what I needed. And that fineness and attention that I found from you in our sessions, I think are quite exceptional. And just like the holisticness that comes from that, I think is amazing. And your power and courage to also like push and challenge things and areas that one might think, oh no, I don't want to look at that, I think are crucial, and really for me were exactly what I needed.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say to people who feel quite resistant to invest their time or their money in a coaching program?
I just don't think that there's a better thing to invest your money and time in. Like, if you're not going to invest time in your own development or money in your own development on a deep level, what else are you going to invest it in? Like, yeah, I think it makes sense.
Do you see a return in that time? And, do you see a return in that time and money, in that investment? Definitely.
I mean, I think I don't find it easy to like put numbers on stuff, but that it's no question that it was worth it on a huge personal level, and to a certain degree also financially. Like, I think it just opens up so many things. Yeah, there's no question.
Great. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been a pleasure and an honor to work with you. And I'm looking forward for what is to come in the future.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much.